Welcome back, everyone. Well, as you know, we're right in the middle of our 12 days of giving. And that idea came because all of us here decided, hey, everybody suggest or recommend an organization that we know you'd like to know more about, that we could help raise awareness for and help during this time of giving. So I want to introduce you to Andrew Gabriels, who's one of our creative gurus, tech director, camera guy. How am I doing?
All around good worker.
Yeah, that's actually right, by the way. You're very talented. You selected SPCA.
Yeah, you know.
How come, Andrew?
The SPCA, what they do is unlike any other organization. They are the voice for these cats and dogs and parrots and everything, as you'll see. Yeah. And without them, who's there? Who's there to help with the animals? Who's there to be the one that's saying, you know, you got to get the shots, you got to get them checked out. If you're going to have a cat, keep it an indoor cat. If you're going to have a dog, don't just keep it out on a chain all day. What kind of a life is that for a dog?
Yes, right.
Pets bring so much joy to people's lives. They become your friends. They become part of the family, you know. And really, this is the best way that I could give back to the SPCA for all that they've done. I have a wonderful cat. He's just about a year old now. And God, they did everything they could to get me and my girlfriend to have this, you know, forever home for a cat.
That's fantastic. You know, so many of us love pets and have pets. And if you don't, you should. Because they really do become part of the family. Really? Sometimes too much a part of a family, right?
That's
well,
so
Andrew,
true.
Thank you very much for recommending that. Yeah. And here's the interview. Welcome back, everyone. Woof! Woof! Woof!
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Well, if that wasn't enough of an indication that we're talking to the people behind and responsible for the SPCA, I don't know what's going to do it.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot, Jesse.
Yeah, it was kind of a medium dog kind of bark.
Yeah, you're about a 40-pounder.
Joining me today are two friends of our station for 10 years, believe it or not. Kathy Cloutier, who's the executive director of the SPCA. And joining us also is Deb Myers, who's kind of the assistant administrator.
Office person.
Office person, that's great.
And everything else.
And the three of us, and probably very many of you, have something in common, that we just love animals, we love pets. Exactly. And so, Kath, I'm going to start with you. You've been involved. I think I met you 10 years ago.
You did. I'll be going on my 18th year pretty soon.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, give us a kind of just a quick overview of the SPCA.
The shelter started in 1959. It was by a bunch of people sitting around a kitchen table. It was incorporated in 1960. They were in a very small building down in Fort Edward that was donated. The property was donated. And that we were there for probably until I think about 1998 is when we moved into the big Taj Mahal, Puppy Palace, and Kitty Carlton, okay?
Oh, okay.
And thank God we're not there anymore.
Yes, right.
We're very happy with the home we've been in for a little over 11 years now.
And you're out by the airport there.
We are. We're half mile from where we used to exist.
Right.
And we're right across from Angiodynamics. We're easy to find, lots of parking, lots of animals.
Yes, lots of animals. So look, let's jump in on that. I asked them before we went on air, how many animals did they see last year? And we'll dip into the reasons how these animals come to you in a minute. And the number was staggering. It was between something like 2,700, 3,000 animals. And I asked the breakout, and it was about even, right?
It was, and that was remarkable when we look at it at the end of the year to see the numbers are almost equal.
Yeah, cats and dogs.
Exactly.
Primarily. But, right, what were you saying? What else we got?
Well, I think we've seen chickens, a few cows, some horses maybe pass through our doors, some ferrets, a lizard or two, rabbits, fish, some birds,
snakes,
and some reptiles. They've also passed through our doors for a variety of reasons.
That's unbelievable. The organization now, I do want to just spend a little time on, because you think to yourself, how do the animals get there? So give us an example of how
well, there's several different reasons for that. I would say that the worst case scenario is our cruelty cases,
Yes, of course.
where we have to hold for our cruelty or neglect cases until the court has settled it or they're signed over to us. We have a lot of people that Debbie would deal with where possibly a family member is deceased, the relatives live out of town, they come in, they have no place or nothing to do with the animal, they
Yes,
don't know
right,
what to do with the animal. And, you know, a lot of times animals are left in wills and you can't even do anything with that animal until that will has been executed in one way or the other, which is very important that people make sure their animals are covered when they're going to pass on, or if they do your will, include your animal. Whether his name is Freddie now and in 10 years it's going to be somebody else, include your animal. Deb, there are some other cases.
I guess
that-
moving, right? You move
Moving,
in out of the area.
people are moving and can't take their animal with them. They haven't planned
Right.
for a pet-friendly apartment. They come to the shelter, you know, by rescue from other groups that Kathy partners with. They come into the shelter through neglect or abuse cases, found on the side of the road. Veterinary offices at times will call for assistance with an animal that's been left in their facility. I mean, there are so many ways. There's not one agency out there that we don't take referrals from to investigate cases and possibly assist with placement of animals. And lots of times, and it's very difficult, sometimes someone will just walk in off the street with a dog or a cat that they're looking to rehome for a variety of reasons. So
I think important to note here, rehome, that not one single pet. I mean, there are circumstances if a cat is terminally ill. I mean, a pet
Absolutely.
is terminally ill,
Right.
a cancer or something like that. But they're not put to sleep.
We're a no-kill. We've always been a no-kill. We will always remain a no-kill.
Right.
We try and educate. We try and help. We do the best we can with the limited staff that we have, and we do quite a job with the limited staff and the people that are there because they want to be there to work.
Oh, I bet.
It's hard work, Jess.
Oh my God! No, I know. I remember when
Yeah.
we did that telethon. Do you remember that
Absolutely. Yes, I
telethon?
do. That was a great time.
And just
Yeah.
we got to meet a lot of these animals. And you know, you said something before. It isn't like it's just a group. They're all individuals.
they all have a story.
They all have
They
a
all
story,
have a
right.
heart, and every animal that passes through those doors are well cared for, and they're loved by the staff while they're there. And we miss them when they're gone, but we're
Yeah.
happy. You know, we're
Sure.
very happy when they can go out and to get their forever families.
And opens up a cage for a new one to come in that
It most
maybe
certainly
didn't have a
does.
home.
That didn't have a
Yeah.
home prior.
Correct.
Right. I think the operative word here is home. That these pets do need homes, that they're not put to sleep, that they're well cared for. And I can tell you from talking to these ladies that you really love these animals. You could just tell, you know.
You have to.
Yeah, yes, I
There's
know.
no choice. You can't look at that face and say,
But you know,
Yeah.
something that I think our viewers would really appreciate knowing is that no state, no federal, no local funding. This is all, it's either volunteer work on the inside, but the expenses are paid for by fundraising, period.
right, and we don't have time for that. You
Yeah.
know, the thing is, we've had a couple of really good friends of the shelter that have gone out there. We had a good event this summer down at Javier's, Denise James
That's
set
right,
up for
that's
us.
right.
But the problem, our main focus, we need to care for these animals and make them as comfortable as possible. If veterinary care is needed, we do that. We work with a vet who certainly does help us. But our money is coming in the door through adoptions. And our adoptions are minimal compared to what the adopter is going to receive when they get
Yes.
that animal from us.
Oh my God, yes.
One of our
course.
special little animals that I just keep thinking about all the time was a little dog named Victor. And Victor came to Kathy over 2.5 years ago, I
Yep.
think, Kathy, with significant cardiac issues. Kathy and the staff and everybody there spared no expense for him, and he received marvelous cardiac care, went to a wonderful home, but yet their adoption fee remained the same. So I think what is important to know is that whatever an animal needs while it's in the care of the staff at the shelter, it receives.
Right.
Whether it's flea medication, heart treatment,
Sure.
ongoing surgery, whatever that animal needs, it's cared for just like it would be in the person's home that's going to adopt it.
Wow. Okay. A couple of ways we can help here. Absolutely, if you can make a donation. The organization needs money, but adopt a pet. You know, I can tell you firsthand, I grew up with dogs, and it stays with you your whole life. I currently have a cat because it just fit our lifestyle better. But first thing my daughter ever had was a pet, and it becomes a member of the family.
Yep.
And you'd be amazed how they take over.
Absolutely. And memories are priceless.
Yes,
You remember your
absolutely.
first dog.
Absolutely.
And probably the other 3 or 4 after that. And those, they can't take that away.
Just a quick aside, my parents got me a dog when I couldn't even really speak, and the dog barked, and I tried to imitate it, and I said, Bicky Bach. And that became the dog's name.
The name?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's cute.
You know, how many stories are there out there like that?
Tens of thousands.
We have a major fundraiser that's coming up in May. A little bit of time off. We're going to have you back again.
That'd be great.
So we can talk about that. But it's holiday season. A gift, adopt a pet, make a contribution to the SPCA. They really need your help, and what a great organization you have.
Thank you, and that will be a tax-deductible donation. That's
Yes, it
important.
will.
We're a
Yes, it will.
501c3 nonprofit, so their income tax
I
comes
think
through. They'll get the
emphasis
letter.
on nonprofit, right?
Not for profit.
Well, good. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming.
Thank you,
It's great
Jesse.
to see
We
you
appreciate
again,
it.
Karen.
You too.
And to see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com. We received news today that the mother of one of our key players here at Look Media, Andrew Gabriels, passed away. Now, you met Andrew earlier in the program because he's the one who sponsored the SPCA. And in talking with Andrew, it was clear that his mom had courage, strength, and a great dose of humor. If you know Andrew, you know what I mean. And she was a single mom who worked at Saratoga Social Services. Her life was dedicated to helping others, and nothing was more important to her than her 2 sons and her granddaughters. We wish her, Andrew, and the Gabriel family peace.